everyone, this is Max from cgmax7.com, and I know it's been a long time I didn't make any tutorial because I've been going through a lot of up and downs. I was living in Delhi and now I'm in Gujarat, Ahmedabad, and teaching 2D and a 3D art form. So finally I got some time, and basically I didn't bring my PC, so I'm working on my laptop, so the voice might be a little bit cranky, so just bear with me. Anyhow, let's start with this tutorial. So what are we going to make? We're going to make a texture ball over here. So first thing first, you want to make sure that you open up your Photoshop and go to files and create a new document. So this video might pop out, and you can go to presets if you want. You can, I mostly go with the presets, and select photo and change to size to landscape, and you want to make sure that your resolution is 300. So let's hit OK, and I want a little bit wider, so I can hit C for crop, hold down Alt to crop from both sides, and hit enter. Here we go. So hit V just to get the move tool. Now select a selection tool, so go to ellipse, that would be perfect, and we just hold down Shift and Alt just to make a perfect circle, and then create a new layer. And then you want to make sure that you go to gradient or hit G, and you want to make sure that it's on black to white or white to black, it's up to you. Just click on this color and just drag it out like this. Now what exactly we are doing over here is more like a kind of a shaded ball. Now as a 2D artist, you can draw with your pencils, and the point is that this is your highlight and this is your shadow. So we are making more like a shadow ball over here. So just make a perfect shadow ball. Close enough. I'm just looking for perfect highlight and perfect shadow over here. So if I drag too close from over here, it's going to be more like dark, and you can play with this as much as you want. So I think a little bit more darker. Yeah, that's perfect. We can change it if we want, so we're going to see it a little bit later. But right now you just click on this button which says add layer mask, and just click on it and you will get a new mask on your layer. So black means not going to be visible, whatever you have on this layer, and white means it's going to be visible. So make sure you click over here. So if you notice, there's a white box surrounded this layer, so that means this layer is selected. Now let's go to textures, and I have a library over here, and I highly recommend you do also have this library. So I have a bunch of textures over here, and if you're a 2D or 3D artist, so this might be a little a heaven for you. So you always don't find internet, and you want to make sure that you have at least a library so you can work on it and put your creativity on the way. All right, so I go to bricks. So bricks would be good enough. So let's see which bricks will come out. Let's try with this one. Let's go to Photoshop, and I'm going to drag it over here, hit enter, and once I put it into Photoshop, it will put as a smart object. No, I don't want as a smart object, so I go to rasterize, and here we go. So hit Ctrl T, scale it in. I'm holding down Shift and Alt to scale it, from the center, and then Shift and Alt again to scale it out. Hit enter. Once it's done, just hold down Alt and go to your layers, and if you go to between these two layers, notice your icon gets changed. Once you click it, it gives you the clipping mask. So if you don't want the clipping mask, you can hold down Alt and go to between these two layers, and if you notice your icon gets changed, just click it, and there you have it. You don't have any clipping mask. So let's do it again. Hold on Alt, click on between these two layers, and there you have it, a clipping mask. So after this, you want to go to filters, liquify, and in here you want to select blot tool, shortcut key is B, and you can change your brush size and just start clicking randomly. Make sure you're going with the center, because that's what we want to do. We want to add some kind of a perspective, you can say. So we're just adding some kind of a perspective, and just go randomly and just go exaggerate as much as you can, but don't too much. Just exaggerate this area, more like you're doing a massage on it. So just imagine there's a beneath, there's a kind of a ball in it, and you're just kind of shaping this out. So then after this, once it's done, hit OK, and here you go. Now you can change the blending modes. So I'm going to try overlay. This looks good. And yeah, so once it's done, we can play a little bit more. We can go make a duplicate. So if you hit Ctrl J, so you can make a duplicate of this layer. And again, we can apply the clipping mask. So I'm going to apply the clipping mask over here, and we can select both and hit Ctrl E to merge it. And again, it comes into normal, so you can hit overlay. You can add adjustment layer on this, so go to levels and hit clipping mask between these two layers, click it. You can adjust how much dark light you want. You can hit auto. Alright, I think I will go a little bit dark. Yeah, perfect. Now here's the beauty. Now you can change the shadows if you want. So if you're in the gradient tool, and if you select this layer and you just change the lighting, you can even paint with brush tool. Select brush and just paint it. There you go. So if I want a little bit more kind of a dark from over here, or if I want white, so I can hit X. Now if you don't have these default colors, you can hit D to get default colors and X to swap them. So I'm going to add some kind of a highlight over here. This look good. Perfect. Now with this texture, we can go a little bit more further. If I right click on this layer, on this texture, and go to blending mode, and if you notice, there is a blend if gray and this layer underlying layer. So we can select this slider, and we can take out white from this layer, and with this slider we can take out the black part. So I'm taking out as much as I can. I can even hold down Alt and click on this, so it's more like a blending, so you get pretty much control on it. So I can go a little bit further over here, something like that. I can even go a little bit more further, hit OK. Let's select a new picture. Let's try dirt. Let's take this. Now this layer is as a PNG. Now that means it's supposed an alpha. That means it's supposed more like a transparency. So if I bring this layer and put it into Photoshop, and obviously it comes with the P as a smart object, so I don't want it as a smart object. I can hit rasterize, right click, rasterize, always there. So hit Ctrl T, scale it in. Now just to wrap this, hit enter. You can hit Ctrl T, right click. You can wrap this if you want, or if you want better controls, you can hit enter, or just hold down Control, click on this layer. It gives you the selection. Once it's done, you can go to edit and go to puppet wrap, and you will see some kind of a cage on your layer. That's fine. Just click on this and you will see there's some kind of a pins. Now there's a bug. I don't know if it's happened with you as well, but when I click over here on this pins, the layer get disappear, but that's just temporary basis. So all that matters the shape of this layer. So I'm just taking that shape. Want to make sure that you click on this layer on the selection, and then you can modify them in your way. It's more like really handy control. You can change the shape of this layer. Really useful tool. Once it's done, hit enter, and here you go. Now you can hold down Alt to make a clipping mask and Control G. So there you have it, some really good nice textures. Now you can use this texture just to see how it's going to be look in 3D models, and you can play or you can create a lot of textures, because I see a lot of artists are just creating some kind of flat textures, but this hopefully it will give you some more flexibility how your texture is going to look like. So that's it for today. So hope this tutorial was useful, and I'm going to make some more useful tutorials pretty soon. So anyhow, happy artwork and enjoy. Follow